What is up, everybody? This is Erik, the one and only Bear Collector, and today I'm doing my September 2023 video game haul. And like always, I start off with games that I bought digitally. This month, I only got PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 downloads. And the first one I got was Wife Quest for the PlayStation 5. This game is basically it's a 2D side scrolling game. It's about this wife that's looking for her husband, and you try to help and find your husband. So it's basically a 2D side scrolling platformer. The next one I got for the PS5 is Thunder Flash. This is another 2D side scrolling platformer, very reminiscent to the games such as Metal Slug and Contra. This one I got really cheap on sale, and it's a game I've been looking for quite some time. Next game I got for the PS4, Smoke and Sacrifice. This is an adventure RPG game, I want to say. I forgot what this one was about. So it's basically you're trying to help, trying to read the thing. I'm all like making it up. So you try to. The story's right here. It's an open world RPG. That's what I wanted to say. I had forgotten. But one thing I want to tell you about this particular game, Smoke and Sacrifice. Technically speaking, this is a game that I wanted to get at one point physically for the PS4, because this one I believe is a limited run game. However, digitally it went by on sale for rather cheap. So yeah, maybe I want to show you guys the other ones. Let me show you Wife Quest, because this is the cool thing about the PS5. You can view the product, and I can show you guys a little bit of the game. This one, going back to Wife Quest, I have both PS4 and PS5 downloads, but it's basically a 2D side-scrolling platformer. It reminds me. It actually reminds me a lot like Wonder Boy style games, Yeah, it actually looks pretty neat. It could be, I don't know if it's a Metroidvania style game. Going back to it. I like reading the what it's about. So it might not be a Metroidvania game, but it's very, it's definitely a cool side-scrolling platformer. It gives me that Wonder Boy style feel. And then go back to Thunder Flash. I'll show you guys the games like this. So let's view the product. But this one, this one has like overhead, and I thought it was like Contra. I guess I was wrong. This one reminds me more of the game POW and games that are like beat 'em ups. Kind of like Rambo First Blood Part 2 for the Sega Master System, Heavy Barrel. Okay, so I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I should be doing that instead. So it's more of an arcade style game. Yeah, it looks pretty badass. Okay, let's go back and carry on. I did Smoke and Sacrifice. The next one is Reflection of Mine for the PS4. This one, I want to say this one is more of a I want to say this was a point and click. I'm sorry, you guys. These I bought early in the month, and I forgot. This one looks like an adventure game. It looks sort of like a Zelda style adventure game. That's what it looks like from the images of it. Let me see, and it's better just to read what it's about. So help Lily Witchgan, a young girl who has this dissociative identity disorder, discover which personality is the real one and uncover a dark plot as Lily navigates her mindscape. Okay, very interesting. So it's a puzzle adventure horror game. This one looks cool. Next one, Silence the House for the PS5. This one I believe it's a point and click. And it's a horror game where you have to survive the night in a house. Yeah, it's a first person, want to say more like a graphic novel, point and click adventure game. This one I do remember. Yeah. Very interesting from the images. Nice. The art looks very comic style anime. So yeah, yeah, it's a point and click. Wow, Ouija board. Okay, so yes, um, definitely an interesting one. Hillbilly Doomsday for the PS4. This one is a it's actually a side-scrolling platformer shooter. Um, yes, so very reminiscent. This one is the one. See, this was more reminiscent more to what you call it, Contra and Metal Slug. So yeah, very cool looking game. Yep. Next one on the list, Hillbilly's Doomsday. Enter Digiton, Heart of Corruption. I know I bought a couple of. I know I bought a few Metroidvanias. So, and most of these are 2D side scrollers. So this one reminds me a lot of. I don't want to say Celeste, but this one. I think this is the one that's a Metroidvania. Right here. Let me check it out. Yes, an action platformer. Yeah. Yeah, this one seems more of a Metroidvania style game. Doesn't say it, but it's more of an adventure style platformer. Um, okay, let's go back to the next one. Epic World. This one's definitely a side scroller. I remember this one, 2D side scroller. This one went on sale for really cheap. Um, so, yes, let's do that. You know, yeah. This one reminds me kind of like a Mario style, cheap Mario style clone. So yeah, and this is the one that's the platformer. Yep, 42 levels, 6 levels, 42 stages. So yeah, hidden treasures. There's also a game. What was the name of this game that it reminds me a lot of? There's a game that was on the PC as well, not the PC, the iPad, that it reminds me of, but I forgot the name of it. Sophia and the Ancient Clan. This one I was playing it the other day. This is definitely a 2D side scroller game. It's basically I forgot what the story is. So you got to become the most powerful witch, pretty much. And it's basically a traditional side scroller. You get like you have these power ups with magic, and you have to make it to the end of each area in each section. Minor little puzzles and everything. So this one's a pretty fun game. Pretty difficult, but it's a fun one. I was playing this one, so yeah. And then the next one, Mute One. Okay, this one is a 3D platformer. This one is an interesting one. I bought this one for my kid. Basically, you're this character that's going around the world, and you're trying to do color in the world and restore it, like while you do little tasks, and you turned everything into color from black and white. So this one, yeah, this one seems fun. This is the one that that really caught my eye, and I got for my kid. So yes, you gotta turn everything. Everything's in black and white, and then you gotta turn it back into color. So they're saying it's similar to Loco Roco. I've never played that one. And Mario 64. So it's like a combination of those. Yep. And then what's the next one? And then I think that's the last one, Mangovania. That is the last one of the digital one. This is the one that I want to say is the Metroidvania. Because I know one of these was a Metroidvania. Yes, this is the one. And it's at the start. Let me see. Yep. Yeah, so this is more of a Metroidvania style game. Join the adventure as Yuhiko, a young ninja who has gone in the underworld to find a cure for his brother. Free the lost souls to advance to the next level. So no, this isn't the Metroidvania one. I guess the other one was the Metroidvania one. Oh, let me show you how the game looks like. Looks very interesting. So this was more of a platformer. Yep. Reminds me of Strider, the way that the images look like. So yeah. So basically these are all my digital purchases for September. that I've purchased. That's just my download for that game. So yeah, these are all my digital purchases that I bought. So I will be back in a minute and I'll show you guys my physical haul for the month. I'll see you soon. What's up, everybody? So now I am back and I will do the physical stuff. Now um, it's gonna be an interesting thing, but let me begin before I start doing the physical or the items or anything like that. I'm gonna start with another plush to add to this whole mess of collection, and that is Alf. I like cats. Ha! No. I love this guy. I got it at Target. And yeah, Alf. If you guys remember from back in my days, Alf was a television series that was very popular in the 80s about an alien that escaped from the planet Melmac, that has crash landed into a house, a family, and basically he hides away from the feds and everybody. So meanwhile there, he's trying to fix his spaceship to go home. Yes, I really love this guy. I really love the series. It was a very fun series from when I was a kid. So yeah, and even my daughter, she kind of took a liking to Alf, my kid. So yeah, pretty cool. I'll put this guy next to Mokona. Hopefully he stays seated there. Be a good Alf. Be a good alien life form. But yeah. So anyways, on to the video game physical haul that I got this month. Basically, I didn't get anything. I only got one game for the PS5, Stray. This is a game that I was looking for forever. It wasn't that it was not a uncommon game, it was that it never went down in price. However, I used a bunch of my points that I had at GameStop and whatnot, and I got myself a physical copy, and I wanted to get the PS5 version of it. This is one of the games that when I saw for the PS5 I really wanted to get. Basically is the story of a little cat who goes missing in a lost city, and he's trying to make his way home, I believe, or something like that, from what I read. Lost, alone, and separated from his family, a stray cat must untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long-forgotten city. There you go. So yeah, Stray, really a game that I'm very looking forward to playing. And that's it. I didn't get anything else. However, I did get something very interesting. I didn't get any known games such as this, you know. I did get this. I got myself a Super EverDrive for the Super Nintendo. Yes. If you guys have heard these are cartridges that you're able to put a bunch of games and play it on your console. Okay, so this one is the Chinese version, the knockoff version of the EverDrive. However, it worked fantastically well. I don't have a Super Nintendo, but I do have a 2-in-1 Retron 2 that plays Super Nintendo and Nintendo and Super Famicom games. And this thing played it without a cinch. Another interesting thing with this, the Chinese version, the knockoff version of the Super EverDrives, the regular EverDrives have a cheat function. However, this one doesn't. But you're able to use your Game Genie on it, and it works. I tested it out, and it does work. The only one thing, I haven't tested it out on my Retron 5, but I doubt that it'll work. As I'm about to explain something else in a minute of what I got. But overall, a cool thing to have, I have a Genesis one. And the Genesis one, actually, I want to say that one may be an actual EverDrive. That one plays, from what I know, it plays Genesis, Sega Master System, and Game Gear, and 32X games. I bought it a long time ago, but I have that. I do have an original Sega Genesis, and it works. So yes, this one's really good. The next thing I bought, and I think that this one is amazing. It's an amazing cartridge, and that is the 509-in-1 Legendary Games cartridge. These actually, they sell at AliExpress. for about 20 bucks, you know, or $22. This one cost me like 22, 24 bucks. This one was like $18. But the cool thing about this one, it has 509 games in it. Out of the 509 games, only one didn't work. Everything else did test out. And it has a list of great games. It has Zelda 2, has the expensive games, like Bonk's Adventure. It has, what's that other one? Oh my goodness, my brain is out. It has like Bonk's Adventure. It has Panic Restaurant. It has, that one, oh my goodness, Little Samson. It has those games. It has a bunch of games. All the Mega Mans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they're all in English. Games such as Sweet Home, games like those, it's available. The list is on there that you can get in Adventures of Lola 1, 2, and 3. I have the entire list right here. I'm gonna go ahead. You guys can zoom in of the games that it has, or you can go to the website and look for the cartridge and it'll say it. But I will tell you this, guys, this is a fantastic cartridge to buy. If you guys don't want to spend a lot of money on a reproduction card or whatever, even has Earthbound Beginnings or whatever, or Mother. Yes, and it has it saves your games. So basically, this one doesn't have a battery backup, but it's a chip instead, which is much better from what they say. And it works. I tested it out. It even has some Zapper games. This one has the Lone Ranger, I believe, as well. It has a bunch of good games. There's another one that's 800 some odd games in one. I'm gonna get that cartridge next, because with that and this one put together, it also has like other bootleg versions of certain things. So, but they work really good. It's a must-have. I really love this cartridge. I was playing it the other night and I had a lot of fun. It has some remakes. It has some weird makes of Earthworm Jim 2 and 3. Felix the Cat, all the Final Fantasies. Flintstones, all the Flintstones. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I'm looking at a G.I. Joe 1 and 2. Gargoyle's Quest 2 is on this one. The other one has different games. So I have some of these on this list. I don't own physically, but I do own some I don't. But it's really cool. Definitely I would suggest it. And it works with the Game Genie. So I tested it out on the Kirby's Adventure one. With the Game Genie on the NES, and it worked. Tested it on my Retron 2. It worked perfectly fine. Worked on my regular Nintendo. Retron 5, it did not work. I did test this one, and it didn't really want to play. So, yeah, and it feels heavy. So, a pretty solid quality cartridge. Really cool. I like it. So, yeah. And then what else did I buy? So, the next thing I bought this from Temu, which is a little arcade stick for your Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Lite. Tested it out playing River City Girls, and it worked very good. So all it does, I'll show you guys right now. Let me if I can get it out. All it does, it just plugs into your it docks into your Switch, and it holds it really good. I tested it out, and it worked. It worked fine. I haven't really fully tested it, but it worked, and it's very lightweight. The buttons are good, springy, really good. Buttons right here. It does have turbo, but the thing I noticed for turbo, maybe I don't know how to program it. I see right here ZX, ZR, and ZL. Because L and R are right here. So maybe these are like for you have to hold turbo and then hit the button, and then the character on screen does turbo. So I didn't like that. Maybe there's a way to program it, but I haven't really messed with it. But it works great. It was like 15 bucks at Temu. And it works good. There's a different color one. There's this color, and there's the one that's black and red, I believe. They were out of that one, and I had this one. This one looks good on my Switch because my Switch is the whole black one, and it works well. And it's a fun little thing to make your Switch into an arcade. Probably the best thing. I've tried looking into other things that can make the Switch look like an arcade, and that's probably the best controller that I have used thus far. I bought these other little box things that look like arcades, and yeah, this is really good. And then finally, as my quest continues to find the perfect little mini you know, video game handhelds, I bought this fake Game & Watch color screen, and it has like a bunch of games in it. It has like, I want to say over 400 games. I'm gonna turn it on right now, but it has really good games actually, believe it or not. This is one of the cooler ones that I've bought thus far. Let me see if it turns out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it has that sound. Action, shoot, puzzle. So if you look at the action one, it has 43 and 1, Mario 3, 2, Dr. Mario, Mario, Yoshi's Adventure Island 1, 2, and 3. Chip 'n Dale. It doesn't have Chip 'n Dale 2. And it has those. So I'll show you real quick on the list. And then it has the fighting. Has Turtles 3, Double Dragon 1 and 2, Power Blade, that's a really good game, Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2, Mighty Final Fight. So it has really cool games. Captain America, Monster in My Pocket, Ring King. So yeah, it has these. Urban Champion, Ninja Tune, and yeah, Shatterhand. That's pretty interesting. Shooters, it has Contra, you know, the 24-in-1 Contra, Super Contra, Guerrilla War. Contra Force, sorry. Codename Viper, RoboCop 1, 2, Silkworm, Bucky O'Hare. That's pretty cool. This one has Bucky O'Hare, so one of my favorite NES games. You know, Fantasy Zone, 1942. So it has a lot of cool ones here. This one, it didn't cost me a lot. I wanted to find, I got this one because, you know, I thought that it was going to be just another one. And I think that this one is pretty interesting. So I'll show you the list so you guys can know what it is. If you guys are interested in it. And then, of course, the racing ones kind of, to me, they weren't all that. It does have, how do you call it? Excite Bike. Sports. Most of them are those, Hot Blood, which is the River City Ransom ones. RBI Baseball, World Cup, football. It has some cool ones. So yeah. Slalom. Yeah. And then it has this one. Okay, and right here is where it has 401. Bubble Bobble Part 2. Angry Birds. Wampum. So yes, Rampage. Rampage? I didn't even notice that. Cool. Pac-Mania. Yep. So it has a lot of good games. Very, very good. This is one of the cooler ones that I've gotten so far. I know last month I showed you guys that I bought a bunch of them. This one has a lot. I don't think they repeat. These don't really repeat. So that's even a cool thing. So Donkey Kong, you know. So it's actually pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, very interesting. This one is probably one of the cooler ones, and like I said, I'm planning on doing eventually a video on these little mini consoles, because if you guys don't want to buy these cartridges, you guys can buy those. This thing plugs into the TV as well, so this one has the plug for the TV right there, and you can plug it in into the TV and play it. So I haven't tested that out yet. Most of the ones that I have do that, but for having over, like, probably has like about 600 games in it. You know, this is the fake Game & Watch. It has a lot of cool things. So definitely worth a buy, in my opinion, for this one. But like I said, I am going to do, I'm planning soon on doing a video on the ones that I got, as well as the ones that are like the Data Frog that I bought last month, and certain ones like the one that I have that has Onion OS on it, a Miu Mini, and all of those consoles, because I think it's worth for you guys to know which ones are good and which ones are bad. So yeah, and hopefully maybe next month in the next haul I may get some more. And a lot of these I get from either Temu or I get them. This one I got it from AliExpress too. So yeah, that was my physical haul, you guys. I didn't get almost nothing, but you know what? Not getting nothing, I actually got something, and something that was really amazing, which are these those 5 things. These 5 things to me are worth it than getting like 20-30 games for the month that I used to get. Probably the smallest haul in my entire year. I don't think I've done a haul aside from the digital downloads. You know, digital downloads I don't count as far as the physical, as far as quantity. But definitely, because the physical ones that I mean the digital ones that I bought, I know I didn't spend no more than $20 at the most. Probably spend less. But yeah, that's it. So definitely, thank you guys for watching. A little bit of updates. I am planning on doing a video after this one. It's gonna be a very popular game series that I'm planning on doing the video. That was requested by a fellow YouTuber a while back. Sorry, I forgot your name. I apologize, but it's something that I was planning on doing. Like, he read my mind, or she. I apologize. And then also I'm planning on doing a new little series, something called Let's Compare. I already have the videos, but I need to do the lingo, the talk, the verbiage, like I'm doing right now. And it's a really cool video game series. Well, 2 video game series that are very near and dear to my heart that I have done videos about, but definitely is worth to talk about, comparing these 2 particular games. And moving forward, I'm going to be doing like little compare videos of games, because I found that some of these things are interesting. But anyways, enough of my ramblings. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys take care. I appreciate you guys watching, subscribing. You guys take care. Peace out.